Hello everyone, my name is Ademola Badijo and I'm the Millionaire Graphic Designer. Today I'm going to be sharing with you 5 principles to help you to become a high earning creative. So let's get right into it. One of the things I realized when I was a graphic designer many years ago is that I didn't really see any graphic designer that was doing exceptionally well or even well financially. A lot of graphic designers I saw then could not afford to buy a car, could not afford to own their own homes or live in really nice places in the city and stuff like that. So I kept asking myself, what doctors do well, lawyers do well, like people who are in different industries are doing well, bankers are doing well. Why is it that graphic designers don't have the capacity to earn well financially? So from that point, when I decided to be a graphic designer, I started looking out for creative ways to earn more. And trust me, in that journey, I made a lot of mistakes, but I learned a lot of things. And one of the things I'm going to be, or rather a number of things I'm going to be sharing in this session are the things I learned, which are 5 principles. There are so many other principles, but today, for the ones of time, I'm just going to be sharing 5 principles on how to become a high earning creative. But before I even get into that, let me just tell you a bit about myself. So like I said earlier, my name is Ademola Badijo. I'm a graphic designer and brand consultant. As a graphic designer, I've worked over 7 years in different industries, so advertising, print, IT, technology. And as a brand consultant, I consult for a number of international organizations like Save the Children International Nigeria, Nigeria Digital Economy Summit, the African Youth and Governance Convergence, and Breakthrough Action. Now, in the course of my career, because I'm passionate about graphics, I've done trainings for a lot of people. I've trained over 700 people in graphic design, and I'm also the founder of a creative community called D21. So why am I doing this? You may be wondering. Why am I taking out time to share 5 principles to help you become a high-earning creative? One of the philosophies that drives my life personally is that success without a successor is utter failure. So my desire is to share the principles that have helped me to become successful so that you can be successful. It's a principle that drives and governs my life. So I'm really glad that you're here to be part of this session. So now, my story. One of the things I realized is that at the time in my life when I didn't know these principles, I was so broke. That's a picture of me in 2015 working a job for a meager 50,000 naira salary, working Monday through Saturday every day of the week except Sunday in this graphic design organization. And then I barely had money to do anything good or big for myself. I could barely afford the laptop specs that could help me do the kind of creative work I wanted to do. I couldn't watch YouTube videos to learn because I couldn't do data. So trust me, financially I was struggling. Even in my graphic design skill, I was just a bit okay, but I had a desire of a more beautiful future. And I put out a post there where I said millionaire graphic designer, hashtag sure banker. I tagged a couple of my friends because from that day henceforth I knew that something in my future is calling me to be a high earning creative. And with the principles I'm going to be sharing with you, trust me, if you apply them, your story will be the next one we'll be talking about. So with those principles, I turned from this guy working a 50,000 naira salary job to this guy, the millionaire graphic designer. So one of the things I'll show you now is that when I started using these principles, my life started transforming. The kind of clientele I started working with started changing. And this is me in 2018 when I was called by the Honorable Dogara to work on his book called A Reed Made Flint. I and my team were at his residence to take really professional shots so that we could use it to design the book. And this was the result of the book. Also, because of our roles as consultants, I was invited for the birthday party. And that's me by the large size book there. And it opened me up to a whole new circle of people. 2019, I was face to face with the former president of Nigeria, General Olusegun Obasanjo, at the African Youth and Governance Convergence, where I unveiled the new logo that was designed for the AYGC. I was privileged to do that design of that logo, and I unveiled it before the audience of Africans and people from around the world. One of the biggest ones for me that I'm grateful to God for is where I was just like less than a feet away from the richest man in China, which is the Nigeria Digital Economic Summit. I was called to be a consultant for that project, and it gave me the opportunity to be with Jack Ma. So these are some financial gains I've made as a creative person. Trust me, the reason I'm showing you this is not to brag or boast, but it's to let you know that it's possible. I showed you the picture of what I was, who I was then, 50,000 naira salary, but these are some financial gains I've made as a creative person. So Also, a really big one for me was when I was contacted by an international organization that gave me a contract of over $32,000 to offer creative services to them. So enough about me. Let's get to how you can also do what I did using the principles that I'll be sharing with you today. So let's get right in. Principle number 1, clarity. In order for you to become a high earning creative, you need to be 100% clear about your desired future. One of the ways I can, just buttress my point is that imagine you're trying to go to the city of Kaduna from Lagos and you don't even have a map, or you're not even using Google Maps. You will never get there. That is also a similar picture when you want to become a high earning creative. You need to be able to be clear and say, okay, maybe in the next 2-3 years, I want to be earning X, Y, and Z amount from this creative service working for this kind of clientele. You need to be clear. For me in 2015, as the time I was earning just 50,000, I was clear that I wanted to be a millionaire graphic designer. 5 years down the line is a reality for me, but even for you, it's even going to be less because the principles I shared here, I learned them over a period of time. But I'm sharing all these principles for you now, so if you start applying them, trust me, you can be the next big story of a millionaire graphic designer or creative person in this industry. So number 1, what did I say? Clarity. Take a notebook, write down where you want to be financially as a creative person, what creative skill you feel that will get you there, and even the kind of clients you want to attract as a result of the kind of work you do. It's very important and crucial that you do that. You need to write that vision down. You need to make it plain. You need to be able to run with it, trust me. Clarity. So next, let's go to principle number 2, niching. Now, niching. A lot of creative people ignore this principle, and I see that a lot of them end up not doing well financially. Truth is, imagine you entered a medical center and you met a doctor and you sat down with the doctor and you're about to tell him your condition, and the doctor said, wait, do you know that this thing that you're doing with me now, that you're consulting me as a doctor, I'm not only a doctor, I'm a doctor, I'm a plumber, I'm a mechanic, I'm a pilot, I'm a chef, I'm a dry cleaner, I'm just telling you all creative skills that are unrelated, or rather, medical skills that are unrelated. You will stand up from that consulting room and walk away. A lot of creatives position themselves as like that, jack of all trades. Oh, I'm a logo designer, I'm a brand consultant, I'm a video editor, I'm a photographer. And you are doing so many things that you can't even niche down. People don't know you for one thing. The truth of the matter is that it affects your creative career so much. One of the things I'm going to be sharing with you to just really change your mindset about how that is done is that, look at the slide I have here. What I put there is a picture of a catapult, and it's symbolic to the story of David and Goliath in the Bible. It's a Bible story, however, it's popular around the world. So even Malcolm Gladwell's book is called David and Goliath, so I understand that it's a bit popular out there. The truth of the matter is that there was a problem called Goliath, a really humongous big guy that was boasting and saying he's going to deal with everybody in Israel, and David just used a tiny little stone to deal with Goliath. The truth of the matter is that a tiny little stone, one creative skill, has the capacity to bring down any Goliath. Which is, after this call, is that you're going to do an audit. Take an audit, write out all your creative skills, and pick one creative skill that you're going to focus all your energy on, and ensure that niched down strategy, that skill, is what pushes you out there. So for me, one of the things I did in niching was I chose logo design. I focused all my energy on it, and that helped me to attract a new level of clientele. I'll be talking about that when I get to the slides of network. So you need to niche. Very important. A jack of all trades, master of none cannot help you to become a high earning creative. You can make money here and there, but trust me, not to the point that you're really proud of and happy and excited about. So principle number 3, I'm going to be talking about expertise. Haha. Now the truth of the matter is that, have you ever wondered why some people are paid a lot more than other people? The truth of the matter is that when you're an expert in something, people are willing to pay you a lot more than a lot more people because you know a lot more. That is just the truth. So when you have decided to niche, first you're clear, next you niche. When you have decided to niche, expertise, which is your ability to know a whole lot more than a whole lot more people out there in that area you've decided to niche. That is the reason why when you send a proposal, when you send an invoice that is higher than everybody else sending to the same organization, they pick you. Why? Because you're an expert. They believe that the value that they are giving to you, which is their financial benefits, would return in the same value back to them in your expertise. You can never run away from the talk of expertise when you want to become a high earning creative. If you do an audit of all the high earning creatives around the world, one of the things you'll notice is that they've built a strong level of expertise. So trust me, expertise is very crucial in your journey to becoming a high earning creative. Next principle I'm going to be talking about is networks. Now, one of the things I've also seen in my creative career is that some people have been able to be clear, then they've been able to niche, then they're also experts. But the truth of the matter is that imagine putting a seed, like maybe a corn seed, on cement. It's not going to grow. No matter how good your skills are, when you're in a place where people don't value that creative skill, you'll notice that they don't want to pay you, they want to discourage you, they want to degrade you and stuff like that, and it's highly discouraging. One of the things personally I wanted to do was to work for international organizations, and I had to find a way to navigate my way around ensuring that those kind of people were seeing my creative work, and naturally we started clicking. So as a creative person, you need to negotiate your way around networks that value your creative skill. One of the formulas you can use to know that you're in the wrong network is that when you work more and earn less, you are in the wrong network. But when you work less and start earning more, then you're in the right networks. Why? Because those networks that value you understand the value you bring to the table, and they are willing to pay for that value. Trust me, a network that is not willing to pay for the value of what you are giving is the wrong network. So, principle number 4, networks. Navigate your way around the networks that appreciate the value that you bring to the table. Therefore, they pay you more. Then you can now become a high earning creative. Lastly, I'm going to be talking about this, which is staying power. Staying power, staying power. Staying power is a capacity to be able, in the face of a position, to continue moving into your ideal goals and dreams. Even if you've done all 4 principles, I want to tell you that this principle will still be very important, because even when you get into the right network, sometimes it takes time before they understand the value that you're bringing, and also they want to have somebody that they call tested and trusted. You know, they won't invest so much in you when they know that maybe this guy is going to run away or something. So stay in power. Haven't done all, do this. Standing in the strength of staying power. The picture I use here is somebody hanging for his life, even sweating. The truth of the matter is that sometimes when you're staying in the face of a position trying to achieve your goals and your dreams, it could be very discouraging. So very importantly and lastly, but most importantly, stay in power. In the face of opposition, decide to stay true to your vision. Like I said, the clarity statement. This is what you want to achieve. Stay true, and in no time you're gonna get there. So thank you so much for listening on the 5 principles to becoming a high earning creative. And I have very good news for you. My book, The Millionaire Graphic Designer. In this book, I'll be showing you how to develop the positive mindset to attract wealth, how to write winning proposals. A lot of creative people don't know how to write proposals. More creative people don't even know how to write proposals that win. In my book, I talk extensively about that, and I'll be showing you how you can do it, how to build networks that make you earn more, secrets and hacks to landing big clients, making creative work that big clients want, pricing, negotiating. A lot of creatives don't even know how to price well. Some creatives that know how to price well don't even know how to negotiate. You have to know how to negotiate up in a conversation. Trust me, it's a bit of psychology, but I share that extensively in my book. How to do creative work, filing system, inspiration sources. This is a wonderful book that has graphical knowledge, time-tested business wisdom to help you become a super high earning creative in the shortest possible time. So, thank you for listening in on this conversation, and like I said, click the link somewhere below. Once again, my name is Ademola Badijo, and I'm the Millionaire Graphic Designer. See you on the other side. Thank you.